What's up guys and welcome back. Today in this video we're going to be back with another comic review, and this one is going to be the final issue of Bloodborne, A Song of Crows by Titan Comics. As per usual, it's written, the art and the colouring is done by Kott, Kolinsky and Simpson. So this is the final one out of a set of 4 issues. Before we get into the review of the comic, I'm going to show you the variant covers. So for cover A here, this is the primary cover here, we have an image of Eileen the Crow in what looks like a red backdrop here, and we have the feathers all falling off her too, like she's been attacked. And we have these weird creatures in the background which I'm not actually too sure what they are. They look like spiders, maybe the smaller enemies from the ROM spider boss fight possibly. They do look spiderish, and you can see the blade in the hand. Yeah, it's a really cool image. I just love the red colours on this one. Now next up we have cover B, and this one shows Eileen just sitting in a tree looking like she's about to swoop down and kill her prey. She's got her dual swords like intertwined there in the middle, and we see a little bell hanging from her neck which I've never really noticed before, and all the other crows are just sitting around watching her do her thing. So yeah, this is a cool cover too. Her face also looks super creepy on this one. And last but not least, cover C, the final cover of this series, A Song of Crows. This one is a really badass cover. This one is like another cityscape view. It's very gothic and the sky's all kind of like golden, and it reminds me of the type of colour scheme from Dark Souls 3, this cover actually. And yeah, we see the main bridge, which I presume is the one that oversees the sewer area. And in this one we have like, it's got a subtle red tinge to it. I'm not sure if you can make that out on there, but it's a bit like red here, but then there's like red down in the water, so it's obviously alluding to there being some kind of like blood down there, which there certainly is when I'm down there, because I die a lot in the sewers. So those were all the variant covers for this issue. I really do love those covers. I think I do like the cover C the most out of those ones. So in the last issue it was very psychedelic. We only had like one line of dialogue in the whole thing, and it was about the trial of Eileen and what she went through to try and bring back her friend, I guess. So she was heading into the College of Bergenworth. Now I was expecting to see a lot more of Bergenworth in this one, and by the looks of things it doesn't seem like we actually see inside at all. It goes to like a completely different direction, unless I'm mistaken. It doesn't really feel like Bergenworth, it feels like they're going into like just some houses. One of the best pieces of art in this issue, I would say, is the one piece of art which shows like the entire like scope of Yharnam, and it shows like all the deep forests that are outside of Yharnam and just how big and vast this area is. And you can see Yharnam City, and then in the very background you can see, I think, what seems to be the College of Bergenworth, which is separated by the river, of course. Like I said, the last one was very psychedelic, and it did a lot of like reversing images and just like a lot of symmetry and like mirroring images, and there's a few in this one. One in particular which I thought was really cool was the way that they showed one we've seen in previous issues with Eileen on the lake, with the hole in the lake where the person falls into, and in this one we had like a reverse of that, where we saw Eileen fall through a hole, and it didn't turn out to be the lake. It was like a different like kind of play on that, and I really love that part of the comic. What it all boils down to in this series is the fact that this is just about Eileen's destiny and what she's been tracking, and she wants answers to what's going on because she just doesn't have a clue. And yeah, basically what this is a conclusion to her story with finding her answers, whether she gets the answers she wants or not. So this one is kind of told like a detective piece. She's looking for clues, and we see one where she's following what's either dusty or snowy footprints inside the basement of the house, and it looks really cool. She's just checking out the prints to see if it's like the person or the thing she's chasing, which leads to another badass piece of imagery in this one, where they have some sort of rooftop sort of showdown, and it looks very much like a samurai showdown scene, and I really love the imagery on this one. It reminded me more of something from Sekiro than it did of Bloodborne, but yeah, really badass. I just wish we would have seen more in that sequence of the comic. Although this isn't really about action, this is more about like Eileen going insane and just memories and time and stuff like that. So it's not really about action and killing monsters. There certainly is some of that in there. I will say with the ending of this one, it's very ambiguous. It doesn't really give you a concrete answer to what's actually happening, or if she's found what she wanted. But yeah, I really do like the art in this one, definitely. The story is a bit crazy, like I said. It's very very trippy to get your mind around, and it's very subjective as well, but at least the art is spectacular all the way through here. And it seems the essence of this one is really just about Eileen trying to confront her nightmare that's been like perpetually bugging her through this entire series, whether it's through slipping through time, she doesn't know where she is, or being faced by this masked person which she has no idea if it's really the person she thinks it is. Now I think all of these comics are canon, but what I don't really understand about these is whereabouts these place in the story of the game. Like this one, I couldn't tell you if it was set before the game, it was after the game, or it was during. Most likely not during because it's snowing, but yeah, I would like to know if this happens before we meet with Eileen in the game or not. But I guess it doesn't really matter too much, it's more about her as a character rather than our experience with her character in the game. So I'll keep this one short and sweet. Hope you've enjoyed this review. This has been the end of A Song of Crows. We also get a little bit of information at the end of the comic about what the next series is, and I think it's called The Veil Torn Asunder, and I honestly have no clue what that's about unless it's to do with like the two worlds. I have seen some of the comic art for it and they do have a amygdala on the front, so yeah, I cannot wait for that. I think it's out in July. Let me know your thoughts on this issue, on this whole series as a whole. Let me know in the comments section what you thought about it and what you think the next series is about by that title. Hope you've enjoyed all of these reviews so far, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that button because I will be doing more comic reviews, and I'll certainly be doing more Bloodborne comic reviews. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you with the next series very soon.